It's Thanksgiving Day, and I'm standing in the kitchen, staring at the spread I've put together for everyone. I paid for it all. The turkey, plump and golden, the bottles of wine lined up like soldiers, the fancy gold-trimmed plates I picked out because Isabel said they'd look nice. Even the centerpieces with their little pumpkins and fake leaves. I didn't do it for anyone to pat me on the back, though a thanks, Colin, wouldn't have killed them. I did it because that's who I am. I make sure everyone's got what they need. Always have. The house smells like sage and butter, and I can hear the chatter starting up in the living room as Isabel's family trickles in. She's out there, my wife, all glowing and happy, welcoming them with that smile of hers that could melt ice. I wipe my hands on a towel and step out to join her, figuring I'll at least get a nod for pulling this off. Carter's there first, her brother, giving me his usual half-grunt, half-nod combo like I'm some guy he barely knows instead of the one who's been married to his sister for 8 years. He's got his hands in his pockets, looking around like he's sizing up the place, probably wondering how much it all cost. Then Vivian sweeps in, Isabel's mom. Late as always, her heels clicking on the hardwood like she's making an entrance in some old movie. She's got that smug grin plastered on her face, the one that says she knows something you don't, and she's carrying this glittery silver box wrapped up with a bow. Everyone's eyes are on her because that's how she likes it. Colin, she chirps, shoving the box at me. Open it. It's for you. Her voice is all sugar, but there's something sharp underneath it, like a knife wrapped in candy floss. I take the box, feeling the weight of everyone watching. Isabel, Carter, a couple of cousins who showed up for the free food. I undo the ribbon, lift the lid, and there it is, a piece of paper, folded neat. I open it up, and at the top, in big, bold letters, it says, "If you want to eat with US again, rules for Colin." My stomach twists a little, but I keep my face steady. I scan the list, rules about what jokes I'm allowed to tell, nothing crude. It says, how long I can talk at the table, 5 minutes max, even a line at the bottom that stings more than I want to admit. Try smiling more. It helps the mood. I look up, and Vivian's grinning like she's just won something. Carter snorts, the cousins chuckle, and then I hear it. Isabel's laugh, soft and bright, cutting through me like a blade. They're all laughing, like it's some big joke, like I'm the punchline. I don't say a word. What am I supposed to say? Thanks for the list. Funny stuff? My throat feels tight, and my hands want to crumple the paper, but I just fold it back up, nice and slow, and set it on the table next to the turkey. Vivian claps her hands together, delighted with herself, and says, "Oh, come on, Colin, it's just a bit of fun. Fun, right?" I nod, force a half-smile that doesn't reach my eyes, and head back to the kitchen. I carve the turkey, slicing through it smooth and steady, each cut feeling a little heavier than the last. They're still out there, laughing, clinking glasses, acting like nothing's happened. I plate up the food, carry it out, and sit down with them, the list burning a hole in my pocket. I don't touch it again that night, but I can't stop seeing it. Those words, that handwriting, the way they all thought it was hilarious. I eat my meal, listen to their chatter, and keep my mouth shut. They don't notice. They never do. By the time dessert rolls around, I'm just going through the motions, nodding when someone talks, passing the pie, sipping the wine that's starting to taste sour. Vivian's telling some story about her latest shopping trip, and Isabel's hanging on every word, her eyes sparkling like her mom's some kind of hero. Carter's cracking jokes. The cousins are loud, and I'm just there. The guy who paid for it all, sitting with a list of rules like I'm some kid who needs to be taught how to behave. I glance at Isabel, hoping maybe she'll catch my eye, see that I'm not laughing, but she doesn't. She's too busy giggling at something Carter says. The night drags on, and when they finally leave Vivian with a dramatic hug, Carter with another grunt, I'm left standing in the doorway, watching their taillights disappear. I go back inside, pick up that silver box, and toss it in the trash. The list, though, that I keep. I don't know why yet, but I slide it into a drawer and shut it tight. Something's shifting in me, slow and quiet, and I'm not sure where it's going to take me. It's late, Thanksgiving night, and the house is finally quiet. Isabel's asleep upstairs, the dishes are stacked in the sink, and I'm sitting at the kitchen table with my laptop open, the screen glowing in the dark. The list from Vivian is on the table next to me, unfolded now, those bold letters staring up like they're daring me to do something about it. I don't know why I didn't throw it out with the box, maybe because it feels like evidence, proof of what they think of me. My chest's tight, not with anger exactly, but with something heavier, something that's been building for years and finally cracked open tonight. I open a new spreadsheet, name it Family Ledger, and start typing. I don't plan it out. I just let my fingers move, like I'm unloading everything I've been carrying. First line, Thanksgiving dinner. I pull up my bank app, scroll through the charges, $2 for 30.52. That's the turkey, the wine, the plates, the centerpieces, the extra chairs I rented because Vivian insisted we needed them. I didn't blink when I swiped my card. It's what I do, keep things running smooth. Next, Carter's wedding loan. $8,000, handed over 3 years ago when he and Maya were scrambling to pay for that big fancy reception they couldn't afford. He promised to pay me back, but I haven't seen a dime, and I never pushed because he's family. Then there's Vivian's new roof, $14, $7.50. She called me crying 5 summers back, said the leaks were ruining her carpets, and I wrote the check the next day. Didn't even ask for a thank you, just wanted her to be okay. And Isabel's car lease, $6, $120 so far, because she wanted something reliable, something nice, and I said yes like I always do. I keep going, line after line. The time I paid Carter's phone bill when he got cut off, $300. The deposit for Vivian's condo when she moved closer to us, $2,000. Christmas gifts, birthday dinners, random cash I've slipped them when they've hinted at being short. It adds up fast, thousands and thousands, and that's just what I can remember off the top of my head. I lean back in my chair, staring at the numbers, and it hits me. I'm not just a son-in-law to them. I'm their ATM, their safety net, the guy who fixes things when they fall apart. And tonight, they laughed at me for it. They wrote me a list of rules like I'm some servant who needs to know his place. I rub my eyes, feeling the weight of it all settle in. There's one more thing I haven't typed yet, something bigger. 6 years ago, Vivian was about to lose her house, foreclosure notices piling up, her credit shot. She came to me, not Isabel, me, with tears in her eyes, begging for help. I didn't hesitate. I co-signed a loan, got her into a joint trust with me so she could keep the place. It's a nice house, 3 bedrooms, big yard, worth a lot now. The title's in both our names, but I never touched it, never even thought about it. It was hers to live in, and I was fine with that. Until now. I pull up the trust agreement, buried in a folder on my laptop, and read it over. My name's right there, clear as day, co-owner, equal rights. I didn't set it up to use it, but tonight's got me thinking different. The clock ticks past midnight, and I'm still sitting there, the spreadsheet growing longer. I don't feel mad anymore, not like I did when I first saw that list. This is something else, calm, cold, like I'm stepping back and seeing everything for what it is. I've been pouring myself into this family, dollar by dollar, favor by favor, and they've been taking it all without a second thought. Isabel's laugh keeps echoing in my head, the way she didn't even look at me when Vivian handed me that box. I thought we were a team, her and me, but maybe I've been wrong about that too. I close the laptop, but I don't shut it down, the screen stays lit, those numbers glowing like a map of everything I've given. I stand up, stretch my stiff legs, and walk to the window. The street's dark, just a few porch lights flickering in the cold. I think about Vivian's smug grin, Carter's lazy nod, the way they all acted like that list was some clever little game. I think about how I've never asked for anything back, not money, not gratitude, not even respect. Maybe that's my mistake. Maybe I've been too quiet, too easy, letting them walk all over me because I didn't want to rock the boat. But tonight, something shifted. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I know I'm done being their doormat. I pick up the list, fold it careful, and tuck it into my pocket. It's not trash anymore. It's a reminder. I head upstairs, past the bedroom where Isabel's sleeping, and into the spare room. I don't want to wake her, don't want to talk. Not yet. I lie down on the lumpy guest bed, staring at the ceiling, and start planning. Not loud, not angry, just quiet, like an audit nobody sees coming. It's been a few weeks since Thanksgiving, and I'm sitting in my office at home, the door shut tight so Isabel doesn't wander in. The spreadsheet's open again, numbers glaring at me like they're alive, but I'm not adding to it today. I've been keeping my head down, going to work, coming home, eating dinner with Isabel like nothing's wrong. She hasn't brought up the list, and I haven't either. It's still in my pocket, folded up small, a little worn now from how often I've taken it out to look at it. I don't know why I keep it. Maybe because it's the only thing that feels real about that night, the only proof I didn't imagine the way they all laughed. The house is quiet, just the hum of the heater kicking on when my phone buzzes. It's Maya, Carter's wife. I hesitate, thumb hovering over the screen, then pick up. Colin. Hey, she says, her voice low like she's hiding from someone. You got a minute? I tell her sure, leaning back in my chair, wondering what this is about. Maya's always been decent to me. Not warm exactly, but not cold like the rest of them. You didn't hear, she goes on, and I can hear the nerves in her tone. They brought the list to Aunt Shelby's birthday last weekend. Vivian had it laminated. Colin. Laminated. Carter read it out loud like it was some big comedy routine, a roast or something. My grip tightens on the phone, but I don't say anything. I picture it, Vivian waving that shiny plastic sheet around, Carter's loud voice booming over the cake and candles, everyone chuckling like I'm the family clown. They're not laughing at you, Maya says, softer now. They're mocking you. I thought you should know. I thank her, my voice steady even though my head's spinning. She pauses, like she's waiting for me to yell or curse, but I just say goodbye and hang up. I sit there for a long time, staring at the wall, the list burning a hole in my pocket. Laminated. They turned it into a keepsake, a trophy, something to pull out at every party to remind everyone what a joke I am. I don't feel angry anymore. Not the hot, sharp kind from Thanksgiving. This is colder, clearer, like I've finally woken up. I pull the list out, unfold it, and read it again. Try smiling more. No crude jokes. 5 minutes max. It's not just words. It's a leash they've been trying to put on me, and I've been too dumb or too nice to see it. I open my laptop, pull up the trust agreement for Vivian's house. I've been looking at it more lately, running my eyes over the legal jargon, the signatures, mine and hers, side by side. It's all there. Co-owner, equal rights, no restrictions. I never cared about it before, never thought about using it. It was just a favor, a way to keep her from losing everything. But now? Now it feels like leverage, like a card I've been holding without knowing it. I call my lawyer, Tom, a guy I've known since college who doesn't mess around. Colin, he says, picking up on the second ring. What's up? I tell him about the house, the trust, the situation, not the list, not yet, just the bare bones. Can I do anything with this? I ask. He's quiet for a minute, then says, yeah, you've got options. Let me dig into it. I'll call you back. I hang up, feeling a little lighter, like I've taken a step I can't undo. Vivian's birthday's coming up next month, and I start thinking. Not big thoughts, not yet, just small ones, like what I could do to turn this around. I don't want to yell or fight or make a scene. That's not me. I want something quiet, something that hits them where it hurts, the way that list hit me. I go online, order some nice stationery, cream-colored, thick, the kind you'd use for something important. I get a red envelope too, bold and sharp, the kind that stands out. I don't know exactly what I'm going to put in it yet, but I can feel the idea taking shape, slow and steady, like a plan I didn't know I had in me. I think about Maya's call, the way she said, mocking, like she was sorry for me. I don't need her pity, but I'm glad she told me. It's another piece, another reason to keep going. Isabel comes home later, chatting about her day, asking if I want takeout. I nod, smile, act normal, but I'm miles away. She doesn't ask about Thanksgiving, doesn't mention her family, and I don't bring it up. We eat in front of the TV, some dumb show playing that neither of us cares about, and I keep thinking about that laminated list. I wonder if Vivian's got it in her purse right now, ready to whip it out at the next gathering. I wonder if Carter practiced his delivery, if Isabel laughed again when he read it. The thought twists in my gut, but I push it down. I'm not ready to talk to her yet, not about this, not about anything. I need to figure out my next move first. By the time I go to bed, the plan's clear. Vivian's birthday's going to be my chance, not to explode, not to beg for respect, but to show them I'm not the guy they think I am. I pull the trust agreement up again, read it one more time, then shut the laptop. I don't sleep much that night, but I don't toss and turn either. I just lie there, eyes open, running through it all in my head, the money, the favors, the list, the house. It's not about revenge, not really. It's about taking back what's mine, starting with my own spine. I've been quiet too long, and they've mistaken it for weakness. They won't make that mistake again. It's Vivian's birthday, and I'm driving to her house with the red envelope sitting on the passenger seat, the cream stationery inside it folded crisp and neat. I'm late, on purpose, not because I got held up. I wanted them all there, settled in, glasses clinking, before I walked through the door. The last few weeks have been a blur of phone calls with Tom, my lawyer, going over the trust agreement line by line until I knew exactly what I could do. He drew up the paperwork, a notice of default, clean and legal, spelling out that Vivian's got 30 days to sort out her end, or the house, our house, technically, starts slipping out of her hands. I didn't tell Isabel. She's been tiptoeing around me lately, like she knows something's off but doesn't want to ask. I've kept my mouth shut, kept my face blank, waiting for tonight. I pull up to Vivian's place, the same house I saved 6 years ago, lights spilling out the windows, cars lined up along the curb. I can hear the noise already, laughter, music, Carter's loud voice cutting through it all. I grab the envelope, step out into the cold, and head up the walkway. My stomach steady, not churning like I thought it might. This isn't nerves, it's focus. I knock, and Isabel opens the door, her face lighting up for a second before she sees my expression. "Colin," she says, hesitant, "you're here." I nod, step past her, and the room goes quiet for a beat as everyone turns to look. Vivian's in the middle, holding a glass of something bubbly, her hair piled up fancy, that smug grin already in place. Well, she says, the man of the hour. "Late, but we'll forgive you. Did you bring me something?" I hold up the red envelope, and her eyes gleam. She loves a show, always has, and I'm about to give her one, just not the kind she's expecting. The room's buzzing again, people half drunk, cousins and friends I barely know milling around with plates of cake. Carter's leaning against the wall, smirking like he's in on some joke I haven't heard yet. I walk over to Vivian, slow and deliberate, and hand her the envelope. "Happy birthday," I say, my voice flat but loud enough to carry. She takes it with a flourish, winking at the crowd like she's about to unveil a diamond necklace or a gift card to her favorite store. She slides the paper out, unfolds it, and her grin freezes. It's silent now, the kind of silence that sucks the air out of a room. Her eyes dart over the words, notice of default, 30 days, legal terms in black ink that don't leave much room for arguing. She looks up at me, her mouth working like she's trying to find something to say. What is this?" She finally manages, her voice high and shaky. I don't blink. "Your grace period ends in 30 days, I say, calm as anything. That's when things start moving." Carter's off the wall now, stepping forward, his face red. "What the hell, Colin?" he snaps, like I've just kicked his dog. Isabel's next to me, her hand on my arm, her mouth open like she can't believe what she's hearing. "Colin," she whispers, "what are you doing?" Vivian's still holding the paper, her hands trembling now, that smugness gone like it was never there. "You wouldn't," she says, almost pleading, but there's a challenge in it too, like she thinks I'll back down if she stares hard enough. "I would," I say, meeting her eyes. "And I am. You wanted me to follow your rules. This one's mine." The room erupts, then Carter's cursing, loud and sloppy, calling me a bastard, a coward, anything he can think of. Isabel's pulling at my sleeve, saying my name over and over like it'll snap me out of it. The cousins are whispering, some of them backing away like I've got a bomb strapped to me. Vivian just stands there, the paper slipping from her fingers, her face pale under all that makeup. I don't move. I let it wash over me, the noise, the anger, the shock. I've been planning this for weeks, turning it over in my head every night while Isabel slept next to me, oblivious. I knew it'd be messy, knew they'd hate me for it, but I didn't expect how good it'd feel to see that look on Vivian's face. Not glee, not victory, just the realization that I'm not her punching bag anymore. Carter's in my face now, jabbing a finger at my chest. "You think you can just take her house? After everything?" I don't flinch. "It's my house too," I say, quiet but firm. "Check the trust. I've been paying for it longer than you know." He stops, mouth open, like he's got nothing left to throw at me. Isabel's crying now, soft little sobs that cut deeper than Carter's yelling. "Why didn't you tell me?" she asks, her voice breaking. I look at her, and for a second, I almost soften, almost explain it all, the list, the years of being their wallet, the way she laughed. But I don't. "You didn't need to know yet," I say instead, and her face crumples. Vivian's rallying, trying to laugh it off, saying, "He's bluffing, you won't do it," but it's weak, and nobody's buying it. I turn to leave, the envelope on the floor now, red against the carpet like a bloodstain. 30 days, I say over my shoulder, and I'm out the door before they can stop me. I get in my car, start the engine, and sit there for a minute, the heat blasting against the cold creeping in. My hands are steady on the wheel, my breathing even. I don't feel triumph, not exactly, just relief, like I've finally set down something heavy I've been carrying too long. I know this isn't the end. Carter's threats, Isabel's tears, Vivian's scheming, it's all coming. But for now, I've said my piece, drawn my line. I pull out of the driveway, the house shrinking in the rear view, and head home. The red envelope's gone, but I can still see it in my mind, sharp and bright, the first rule I've ever made them follow. I'm sitting on the couch in our living room, a half-empty beer in my hand, when the fallout starts. It's the night after Vivian's birthday, and the house feels too big, too quiet, like it's holding its breath waiting for what's next. Isabel's upstairs. I heard the bedroom door slam an hour ago after we got back, and she hasn't come down since. I didn't follow her, didn't try to explain. What's there to say? She saw the notice of default, saw Vivian's face, heard me stand my ground. She knows what I did, even if she doesn't know why. My phone's on the coffee table, buzzing nonstop, lighting up with texts and missed calls. I don't want to look, but I can't stop myself. I pick it up, scroll through the mess I've made. Vivian's first, 3 messages, all caps, heartless, you'll regret this, how dare you. I can picture her typing it, her manicured nails stabbing at the screen, that smug grin replaced with something ugly and desperate. Carter's next, a voicemail I don't play but can guess, probably him yelling, calling me every name he knows, maybe threatening to come over. Then Isabel's mom again, a longer one. You think you can just ruin my life and walk away? I'll fight this, Colin. You're nothing without us. I stare at that last line, let it sink in. Nothing without them. Funny how she thinks that, after all I've done, paid for her roof, her house, her damn Thanksgiving wine. I set the phone down, take a swig of beer, and let the bitterness sit on my tongue. The front door's still unlocked from when we got home, and I half expect Carter to barge in, fists swinging. He won't, though. He's all talk. Always has been. I lean back, close my eyes, and replay last night. The red envelope hitting the floor, Vivian's stammer, Isabel's hand on my arm, like she could pull me back from the edge. I didn't expect it to feel so final, like I'd cut a rope I'd been clinging to for years. My phone buzzes again, and this time it's Isabel, from upstairs, of all places. You embarrassed me, it says. How could you do that in front of everyone? I don't reply. Embarrassed her? She laughed at that list, stood there while they mocked me. And I'm the one who embarrassed her? I tossed the phone onto the cushion next to me, let it sit there unanswered. I get up, start pacing, my boots heavy on the hardwood. The house feels different now, like it's not mine anymore, or maybe it never was. I've been packing, slow and quiet, over the past few days, clothes, my laptop, a few books, stuffing them into a duffel bag in the spare room. I didn't decide to leave until tonight, but it's been coming, hasn't it? This isn't just about the house or the trust or even that stupid list. It's about me, about how I've let them treat me like a doormat, a wallet, a joke, and I'm done. I head to the kitchen, grab another beer, and that's when the phone rings again. I check it, expecting Vivian or Carter, but it's Maya. I hesitate, then answer. Colin, she says, her voice soft, careful. You okay? I don't know how to answer that, so I just grunt. She sighs. They're losing it over here. Vivian's crying to anyone who'll listen. Carter's talking about lawyers. Isabel's, well, you know how she is. I don't say anything. Just listen to the hum of the fridge behind me. I get it. You know, Maya goes on. What you did? They're finally scared of losing something. Maybe now they'll understand how you felt. Her words hang there, simple and true, and for a second, I feel seen, like someone gets it, even if it's just her. Thanks, I say, my voice rough, for telling me about the list too. She's quiet, then says, take care of yourself, Colin, and hangs up. I set the phone down, crack the beer open, and take a long drink. Maya's right, they're scared, and that's new. For years, I've been the one bending, giving, swallowing whatever they threw at me. Now the tables are turned, and they don't know what to do. I head to the spare room, pull the duffel bag out from under the bed. It's not much, just enough to get me through a few days, but it feels heavy, like it's carrying more than clothes. I zip it up, set it by the door, and sit on the edge of the bed, staring at the wall. Isabel's footsteps creak overhead, and I wonder if she's texting her mom now, plotting with them, or just crying into her pillow. I don't go check. I can't fix this for her, not this time. The phone lights up again, Carter this time. A text, you're a dead man if I see you. I almost laugh. He won't do anything. He's too lazy, too soft. I delete it, block his number, then Vivian's too. I don't need their noise anymore. I grab a glass from the kitchen, pour the rest of the beer into it, and that's when I hear it, a crash upstairs, something breaking. I freeze. Listen. Isabel's voice, muffled, angry. Then another thought. I don't move. Let her break whatever she wants. It's hers now, this house, this life. I'm done holding it together for them. I finish the beer, slow and steady, the glass cold against my hand, and start thinking about where I'll go. A hotel, maybe, just for a night or two, until I figure out what's next. This isn't just about the house anymore, or the money, or even that laminated list they waved around like a flag. It's about me, about waking up and seeing I've been living for them, not myself. I grab the duffel, sling it over my shoulder, and head for the door. The phone buzzes one last time, Maya again. You did the right thing. I don't reply, but I hold on to that as I step outside, the cold air hitting my face like a slap. I lock the door behind me, climb into my truck, and drive off, the house fading in the dark. I don't know where I'm headed, but for the first time in years, it feels like I'm moving forward. I'm sitting in my office at work, a week after Vivian's birthday, when the door swings open and a guy in a cheap suit walks in like he owns the place. I've been staying at a hotel since I left the house, a little spot off the highway with thin walls and a lumpy bed, but it's better than facing Isabel's tears or Carter's threats. My duffel's still in the truck, and I've been keeping busy, work, calls with Tom, anything to keep my head straight. The guy stops in front of my desk, sticks out a hand, and says, Bradley Stokes, attorney for Vivian Hargrove. I don't shake it. I just lean back in my chair, nod at the seat across from me, and wait. He sits, adjusts his tie like it's choking him, and pulls a folder from his briefcase. Let's talk about this little stunt you pulled, he says, smirking like he's got me cornered. I don't flinch. I've been expecting this. Vivian's not the type to take a hit like that notice of default and just roll over. Go ahead, I say, keeping my voice flat. He flips open the folder, starts rattling off words like undue hardship and coercion, claiming I tricked Vivian into the trust years ago, that I'm violating some sacred family values by threatening her house. His tone's all swagger, like he's rehearsed this in front of a mirror, but I can see the sweat on his forehead. He's not as sure as he wants me to think. I let him talk, let him build his little castle of lies, and when he finally stops, looking at me like he's waiting for me to crack, I reach into my desk drawer and pull out the original trust agreement. Here, I say, sliding it across the desk. Read it. He blinks, takes it like it's a live wire, and starts flipping pages. It's all there, Vivian's signature, mine, the notary stamp from 6 years back when she was begging me to save her from foreclosure. No fine print, no tricks, just a straight deal. Co-owner, equal rights. I watch his face as he scans it, the color draining out of him slow and steady. You're serious, he mumbles, almost to himself, like he can't believe it. As serious as a foreclosure, I say, leaning forward just enough to make him shift in his seat. He closes the folder, tucks the trust agreement inside like it's evidence he doesn't want to touch, and tries to regroup. This doesn't change anything, he says, but his voice is weaker now. We'll fight it. Emotional distress, bad faith, you name it. I almost laugh, but I don't. Fight it all you want, I say. That paper's legal. She signed it. I've got every right to call it in. He stares at me, mouth twitching like he's got more to say but can't find the words. I don't give him the chance. You've got 25 days left on that grace period, I tell him. Tell Vivian to figure it out. He stands, stuffs the folder back in his briefcase, and mutters something about seeing me in court before he's out the door, his footsteps quick and uneven on the tile. I sit there, staring at the empty chair, feeling the quiet settle in. It's not a win, not yet, but it's a step. They're scrambling, and I'm not. Later that day, I call Tom, fill him in. Sounds like a bluff, he says, his voice crackling through the phone. Guy's fishing for a settlement, but he's got nothing solid. That trust is ironclad. Vivian knew what she was signing. I nod, even though he can't see me, and ask what's next. They'll probably drag it out, he says. File something to stall, make noise. Just keep your head down and let me handle it. I thank him, hang up, and lean back in my chair, the trust agreement still on my desk. I pick it up, run my thumb over Vivian's signature. She was so grateful back then, tears in her eyes, calling me her savior. Now I'm the villain because I stopped playing her game. I leave the office early, head back to the hotel. The room's small, smells like stale coffee and bleach, but it's mine for now. I drop onto the bed, pull out my phone, and see a new text from Isabel. Mom's lawyer came to you? Why didn't you tell me? I don't reply. She's been texting every day since I left, sometimes mad, sometimes sad, always asking why. I don't have an answer she'd understand, Not yet. I set the phone face down, grab the remote, and flip on the TV, some old western flickering across the screen. The good guys facing down a posse, outnumbered but calm, and I think maybe that's me now standing alone, but not backing off. My mind keeps drifting to Stokes, his smug face, the way he tried to twist the truth. Vivian's feeding him lies. I know it, telling him I forced her into the trust, that I'm some monster out to ruin her. She's good at that, spinning stories to make herself the victim. I wonder what she's told Isabel, what Carter's saying. Probably that I've lost my mind, that I'm greedy, cruel. They don't see the years I've put in, the money, the favors, the quiet way I've held them up. They don't want to. I get up, grab a beer from the mini fridge, and crack it open, the hiss loud in the empty room. The TV drones on, gunshots and hoofbeats, but I'm not really watching. I think about calling Maya, thanking her again for that heads up about the list, for saying I did the right thing. She's the only one who hasn't turned on me, the only one who seems to get it. But I don't want to lean on anyone, not now. I finish the beer, set the can on the nightstand, and lie back on the bed, staring at the cracked ceiling. Stokes can come at me with all the legal jargon he wants. Vivian can scream and cry. Isabel can beg. It doesn't change the facts. That house is half mine, and I'm not letting them pretend otherwise. I close my eyes, the weight of the day settling in, and for the first time in a while, I feel solid, like I'm not just reacting anymore, but deciding. They can lie all they want, but the truth's on paper, and it's got my name on it too. I'm in my hotel room, a week after that lawyer Stokes showed up, sitting at the little desk by the window with my laptop open. The screen's blank except for a blinking cursor, and I've been staring at it for an hour, trying to write something to Isabel. Not a text, though she's been sending me every day, short and sharp or long and pleading, and I've left most of them unanswered. This is different, a letter, something I can pour everything into, all the stuff I've been carrying since Thanksgiving, since before that even. The room's quiet, just the hum of the heater and the faint buzz of traffic outside, and I start typing, slow at first, then faster, like it's spilling out of me. Isabel, I write. I don't know if you'll ever read this, but I need to say it anyway. This isn't about the money, not really. It's not about the house or the trust or even that damn list your mom gave me. It's about us, about me, about how I felt invisible in this family for years. My fingers pause, hovering over the keys, and I take a breath. I cared that when Vivian belittled me, you laughed. Not a big laugh, not loud, but enough that I heard it, enough that it stuck. I cared that when Carter read that list at Shelby's birthday, laminated like some prize, you didn't say a word. You just let them mock me, let them turn me into a joke. And I kept waiting for you to stand up, to say something, anything, but you didn't. I keep going, the words coming easier now. You called me the anchor once, years ago, after we got married. Said I held everything together, your family, our life, all of it. I believed that. I tried to live up to it. Paid for Carter's wedding, fixed your mom's roof, signed that trust so she wouldn't lose her house. I didn't ask for thanks, I didn't need it. But somewhere along the way, you stopped seeing me as the anchor and started acting like I was the burden, like I was just there to keep the machine running while you all laughed over the oil I spilled. My chest tightens, but I don't stop. I've been breaking my back for this family, and all I got was a list of rules telling me how to behave, like I'm some dog you can train. I lean back, read it over, and feel the ache in my gut. It's true, every word, but it's raw, too raw, maybe. I keep typing anyway. I didn't tell you about the notice of default because I didn't think you'd hear me. You'd cry, or get mad, or tell me I was overreacting, and I couldn't take that, not after everything. I needed to do something, to show them I'm not nothing, that I matter. Maybe I went too far, maybe I didn't. But I'm tired, Isabel. Tired of being the guy who gives and gets nothing back but a smirk and a set of instructions. I stop, my hand shaking a little, and stare at the screen. It's all there, the hurt, the years, the way her laugh cut me deeper than Vivian's smugness ever could. I think about sending it. Just hitting save, attaching it to an email, letting it fly out into the void and land in her inbox. Maybe she'd read it. Maybe she'd cry. Maybe she'd finally see what I've been feeling. Or maybe she'd delete it, call her mom, tell them I'm unhinged, that I've lost it. I don't know. I sit there, the cursor blinking like a heartbeat, and my finger hovers over the delete key. This isn't about her anymore. It's about me. Writing it felt good, like letting air out of a tire that's been pumped too full. But sending it? That's giving her power again, letting her decide what it means. I don't want that. I've spent too long waiting for her to notice me, to care. I hit delete. Watch the words vanish line by line until the screen's blank again. It's gone, and I feel lighter, like I've shed something I didn't need to carry. I don't need her to understand, not now, maybe not ever. I close the laptop, push back from the desk, and stand up, stretching my stiff legs. The room's still quiet, but it doesn't feel empty anymore. I grab my jacket, head out to the truck, and drive to a diner a few miles down the road. It's late, the place half empty, just a couple of truckers and a waitress who looks like she's been on her feet too long. I order coffee, black, and sit in a booth by the window, watching the headlights streak by on the highway. The coffee's bitter, burns my tongue, but I sip it anyway, letting the heat wake me up. I think about that letter, the things I didn't say out loud, how I miss her sometimes, how I wish it hadn't come to this, how I still hear her laugh in my head, soft and bright, before it turned into something that hurt. But I don't regret deleting it. Silence is better than shouting right now, louder than anything I could have sent. I've been screaming inside for years, and they never heard it. Why would they hear it now? I finish the coffee, leave a tip, and head back to the hotel, the night cold and clear around me. Lying on the bed, I stare at the ceiling, the cracks mapping out like roads I could have taken. I don't need Isabel to read my words to know they're true. I don't need her to say she's sorry, or to fight for me, or to see me as the anchor again. I wrote it for me, to get it out, to stop carrying it. And deleting it? That was for me too. I roll over, close my eyes, and sleep better than I have in weeks, not because anything's fixed, but because I've let go of trying to make her hear me. Sometimes silence is the loudest thing you can say, and tonight, it's enough. It's been 2 weeks since I faced down Stokes, and I'm sitting in my truck outside the hotel, engine off, when my phone buzzes with a notification. I've been keeping it on silent most days, letting the calls from Isabel and Carter pile up unanswered. But this isn't a text, it's a tag on social media. I open the app, and there it is, splashed across Vivian's page for the world to see, a post titled, "How My Son-in-Law Tried to Steal My House." My stomach drops, not out of fear, but out of that tired, heavy feeling I've been hauling around since Thanksgiving. I scroll down, read her words, and it's exactly what I expected, half-truths and drama, painted up like she's the victim in some soap opera. "After all I've done for him," she writes, "Colin's trying to take my home, my sanctuary, because of greed and spite. I raised my daughter to love this man, and this is how he repays us." She's left out everything, the trust one co-signed to save her from foreclosure, the years of bills I paid, the way she turned that laminated list into a family gag. It's all about her, how she's suffering, how I'm the bad guy who swooped in to ruin her life. There's a picture too, her standing in front of the house, arms crossed, looking wounded but defiant, like she's posing for a movie poster. I sit there, staring at the screen, the cold seeping through the truck's windows, and I don't feel angry. I'm past that. It's just predictable. Vivian's always been loud, always needed an audience, and now she's got one, hundreds of likes, dozens of comments, people I don't even know calling me a monster, a thief, a disgrace. I scroll through the comments, and it's a mix, some piling on, saying stuff like, "What kind of man does that to his wife's mother?" and "Kick him to the curb, Viv." Others are quieter, asking questions. "What's the whole story here? Did he really just take it?" I don't reply. I don't need to defend myself to strangers who've already made up their minds. I'm about to close the app when I see it, a comment from Maya, short and sharp. "Maybe tell them about the binder, Vivian." Attached is a photo, blurry but clear enough, the laminated list from Shelby's birthday, held up like a trophy, Vivian's handwriting bold under the plastic. My rules, their joke. I freeze, thumb hovering over the screen, and watch as the replies explode. People start asking what it is, what it means, and some cousin I barely know, posts another shot, this one from Thanksgiving, me holding the list, looking confused while they laugh in the background. It's like a dam breaking, more comments, more questions, and then a hashtag thankless Thanksgiving. I don't know who starts it, but it catches fast, spreading to other posts, other pages. Screenshots of the list pop up, people dissecting it. 5 minutes max? Seriously, smiling helps the mood? Who writes this? And suddenly Vivian's sob story isn't the only one out there. I lean back in the seat, the phone warm in my hand, and let it play out. I don't say a word, don't post, don't like anything. I just watch. By the next morning, it's everywhere. I'm at the diner, nursing a coffee, when I check again. The hashtag's trending, not huge, but big enough. People I've never met sharing it, turning it into a meme. When your in-laws give you homework for dinner, one says, with the list photoshopped onto a turkey. Another's a cartoon of a guy carving a bird while a family hands him a rulebook. Vivian's post is still up, but the comments have shifted, less sympathy, more skepticism. Sounds like there's more to this, someone writes. What's with the list, Viv? Spill it. She doesn't reply, but Carter does, jumping in with a rant. Mind your business. This guy's a liar and a coward. It backfires. People pile on him too, asking why he's so mad, what he's hiding. I sip my coffee, the steam curling up, and feel something close to calm. I drive to work, the radio off, thinking about how Vivian thought she'd win this. She figured she could spin it, make me the villain, and everyone would nod along because she's loud and I'm not. But Maya, quiet, steady Maya, flipped it with one photo, one line. I don't know why she did it. Don't know if it's for me or just because she's tired of their crap too, but it's working. The truth's leaking out, messy and slow, and I don't have to lift a finger. By lunchtime, my phone's buzzing again, not text this time, but notifications. Friends from work, old buddies I haven't talked to in years, messaging me. Is this you? What's going on, man? I tell them it's complicated, leave it at that. I don't want to explain, not yet. That night, back at the hotel, I check again. Vivian's gone quiet. Her post's still up, but no new updates. Carter's still fighting in the comments, but he's losing steam, drowned out by people laughing at the list, picking it apart. Hashtag Thankless Thanksgiving is its own thing now, bigger than her story, and I can almost feel her fuming, her perfect little plan unraveling. Isabel texts me then, first time in days. Mom's a mess. This is humiliating. I stare at it, my thumb brushing the screen. Humiliating. Like that list wasn't, like her silence wasn't. I don't reply. I don't need to. I lie on the bed, the phone on my chest, and close my eyes. The public's doing what I couldn't, calling them out, making them squirm. I didn't ask for this, didn't want it, but I'm not stopping it either. Vivian wanted a stage, and she got one, just not the script she wrote. I don't feel triumphant, don't feel like I've won. I just feel free, like the air's clearing after years of smoke. I don't say a word, don't have to. The list is out there now, speaking for me, and for once, they're the ones who have to answer. It's Thanksgiving again, a year since that night with the list, and I'm in my new place, a small apartment a few miles from the old house, nothing fancy, just mine. The kitchen's tiny, barely room for the stove and a scratched-up table, but it smells like roast chicken and garlic from the meal I've been cooking. No turkey this time, no gold-trimmed plates or centerpieces, just a bird for one, some mashed potatoes, and a glass of whiskey I poured an hour ago. I'm alone, and it's the best I've felt in a long time. The windows are cracked open, letting in the cold November air, and I've got a single candle flickering on the counter, not for show, just because I wanted a little light. I plate up the food, sit down, and take a bite, the chicken hot and juicy, the potatoes smooth. It's quiet, no chatter, no laughter, just the sound of my fork on the plate, and I'm okay with that. I think about last year, Vivian's glittery box, the rules, the way they all laughed while I carved that turkey like a fool. It feels far away now, like it happened to someone else. The past 12 months have been a mess. Sure, Vivian fighting the trust, Isabel leaving messages I stopped listening to, Carter's threats fading into nothing, but I've come out the other side. The house is gone, sold off after the foreclosure kicked in, and I took my half of the money, put it into this place. Vivian still got her half, enough to rent somewhere decent, but she's not my problem anymore. Isabel and I are done too. Divorce papers signed a month ago. No big scene, just a quiet end. I don't miss her like I thought I would. I miss who I wanted us to be, maybe, but not her, not the way she let me drown. I sip the whiskey, let it burn down my throat, and lean back in the chair. The candle flickers, throwing shadows on the wall, and I wonder where they all are tonight. Probably scrambling, piecing together a holiday without me to foot the bill. My phone buzzes on the table, and I glance at it. Maya, a text. They're having Thanksgiving at a diner. No one wanted to host. I read it twice, let it sink in, and smile. Not a big grin, not spiteful, just a small, real one. A diner. No fancy spread, no matching plates, just greasy booths and cheap coffee. I can picture Vivian complaining about the food, Carter sulking, Isabel trying to keep the peace. They're finally feeling it, the weight of doing it themselves, and I'm not there to catch them. I don't text Maya back right away. I set the phone down, take another bite of chicken, and let the quiet wrap around me. This is my Thanksgiving now. No rules, no expectations, just me and a meal I made for myself. I think about how I got here, step by step. The spreadsheet I started that night, tallying up every dollar I'd given them. The red envelope at Vivian's birthday. The way her face fell when she saw the notice of default. Stokes sweating in my office. The trust agreement shutting him up. The unsent letter to Isabel. The one I deleted because I didn't need her to hear me anymore. And that post. Vivian's big public cry. Backfiring when Maya dropped the list and hashtag Thankless Thanksgiving took off. It wasn't pretty, wasn't easy, but it got me out. I finish the food, clear the plate, and pour another splash of whiskey. The candle's burning low now, wax pooling at the base, and I sit back down, staring at it. I don't feel lonely, not like I thought I would. I've spent so long surrounded by them, their noise, their demands, that this silence feels like a gift. I don't have to smile more, don't have to keep my jokes clean or my stories short. I don't have to pay for anything but what's mine. I think about Maya's text again, and this time I reply, good for them. Hope the pie's decent. She sends back a laughing emoji, and that's it. No more, no less. She's been a steady line through this, not pushing, just there, and I'm grateful for it. I get up, walk to the window, and look out at the street below. It's dark, a few cars rolling by, porch lights glowing in the distance. I wonder if they're talking about me at that diner, blaming me for the mess, or if they've finally let it go. I don't care much either way. I've stopped waiting for them to see me, to say sorry, to change. They won't, and that's fine. I'm not their anchor anymore. I head back to the table, blow out the candle, and the room goes dark, just a wisp of smoke curling up. I finish the whiskey, the glass cool against my lips, and feel the relief settle in, deep and real. This isn't about winning, not about sticking it to them. It's about peace, about taking back what I let them steal, not money, not a house, but me. I wash the dishes, slow and careful, the hot water stinging my hands, and think about next year. Maybe I'll do this again, chicken, whiskey, a candle. Maybe I'll invite someone, a friend, someone who doesn't come with a list. I don't know yet, and that's okay. For now, I dry my hands, turn off the kitchen light, and head to bed. The apartment's small, the mattress creaks, but it's mine, and tonight, that's enough. I close my eyes, the quiet humming around me, and sleep comes easy, not because I've beaten them, but because I've stopped fighting for them. It's a month after my solo Thanksgiving, and I'm settling into the apartment, the new routine starting to feel like home. It's a Saturday morning, cold and gray outside, and I'm at the kitchen table with a mug of coffee, flipping through a car magazine I picked up at the gas station. The place is still bare couch, table, bed, not much else. But I like it that way, clean and simple. No echoes of Isabel's decorating or Vivian's loud visits, just my space, my rules. The mail slot clatters, and I get up, expecting bills or junk, but there's a plain white envelope sitting on the mat, no return address, just my name scrawled in black ink. I pick it up, turn it over, and feel a little tug in my gut. Something about it feels different, personal. I sit back down, slide a finger under the flap, and pull out a photo. It's me from that Thanksgiving a year ago, standing in the dining room with the list in my hand. My face is tight, confused, caught off guard while the background's blurry with people Vivian, Carter, Isabel, all mid-laugh. I stare at it, the memory hitting me like a cold wind. The glittery box, the rules, the way they turned it into a game while I stood there, carving their turkey, feeling smaller than I ever had. I flip the photo over, and there's writing on the back, neat and small. You didn't deserve that. You were never the problem. You were the only one holding it all together. It's signed Maya. I set it down, leaned back in my chair, and let the words sink in, heavy and warm at the same time. I don't move for a while, just sit there with the coffee going cold, the photo staring up at me. Maya's been the one steady voice through this whole mess, calling me about the list, posting it online when Vivian tried to spin her story, texting me about their diner Thanksgiving. She's never asked for anything, never pushed, just dropped these quiet truths like stones in a pond, rippling out slow and sure. I think about that night again, how I felt like I was disappearing, how I went home and started that spreadsheet because I needed something solid to hold on to. And now this, her saying I was the one keeping it together, not the one breaking it apart. It's the first time anyone said it, and it lands different, like a door cracking open I didn't know was there. I get up, grab the photo, and stick it to the fridge with a magnet, One of the few things I took from the old house, a little beat-up thing shaped like a fish. It looks out of place against the empty steel, but I'll leave it there. A reminder. I pour the cold coffee down the sink, make a fresh cup, and sit back down, my mind turning. I've spent the last year pulling myself out of their mess, Vivian's house, Isabel's silence, Carter's noise, and I've been okay with being alone, with letting them go. But this makes me wonder if I've been too quick to shut everything out, to assume nobody saw me. Maya did. She saw it then, sees it now, and she's telling me I wasn't wrong to feel the way I did. I think about calling her, saying thanks, asking why she sent it, but I don't. Not yet. I sip the coffee, let it warm me up, and look out the window at the gray sky. The divorce is final, the house is sold, Vivian's off somewhere licking her wounds, and I'm here, starting over. I don't need their apologies, I stopped wanting them months ago, but Maya's note feels like something else, not pity, not fixing, just truth. You were never the problem. I roll that around in my head, test it out. For years, I thought I was too quiet, too generous, too easy to lean on. I took their laughs, their rules, their hands in my pockets, and figured I'd earned it somehow. But maybe she's right. Maybe I was the one holding it up, and they just didn't know how to stand without me. I finish breakfast, toast and eggs, nothing fancy, and head out to the hardware store. I've been meaning to fix a leaky faucet, put up a shelf, make this place more mine. The photo stays on the fridge, and I catch it out of the corner of my eye as I grab my keys. It's not about them anymore, not about proving anything. It's about me believing it, believing I wasn't the problem, that I was enough. I drive through the quiet streets, the radio low, and feel lighter than I have in a while. The store's busy, people picking up last-minute Christmas stuff, and I grab what I need. Pipe tape, a wrench, some screws. I'm in line when my phone buzzes again, and I check it, half expecting Isabel or Carter, but it's Maya. Hope you're doing okay. I text back this time. Yeah, thanks for the photo. She replies quick. Anytime. That's it. Simple, no fuss. I pay for my stuff, head back to the truck, and drive home, the bag rattling on the seat next to me. When I get in, I fix the faucet, slow work, my hands steady, and it's done. No drip, just the sound of water staying where it should. I sit on the couch after, the photo still on the fridge, and let myself feel it. The real gift wasn't the house money or the quiet Thanksgiving or even getting free of them. It was this. Maya's words, the idea that I was worth something all along. I don't know what's next. Maybe I'll call her one day. Maybe I won't. For now, I'm good here, in this small place, with that photo and a faucet that doesn't leak. I let myself believe it, like she said, and it's enough to carry me forward, one steady step at a time.